Hello and welcome back to Mass Effect 2. Last time we saved a single Quarian from a scout ship that crashed from getting eaten by the Varen. And this time we'll see what other assignments we have left to do in the galaxy by exploring some more of the systems and star clusters. Next up we have something that we already have explored for the most part, so I don't think there's anything really left except for reading some of the background information on the planets. It might actually be in the main system. So we'll just go through the mass relay and then go right back. Oh, this is Aysur. So there is something elsewhere. At Mott, rather than Dholen. Single gas giant. Great. Amut. Amut is an enormous hydrogen-helium gas giant with a mass approximately 9 times that of Jupiter and nearly 2,900 times that of Earth. Despite massive pressure, its core has failed to ignite in a fusion reaction, qualifying it as a failed star. It is believed to have captured all other planet-sized bodies in the solar system as moons or in impact events, leading to its name, Devourer. Not intimidated by this phenomena, the Geth have colonized many of Amut's moons and skimmed the hydrogen from Amut's upper atmosphere. Travel advisory: Amut is in Geth space. All civilian traffic is prohibited. Yeah, Aysur is here, so Geth are here also. Yeah, otherwise this is a pretty large gas giant, and that's about it. Not really worth the fuel, but hey. Is there even a refuel station here? Not really. That makes sense, because this is Geth space. Yeah, completed the far rim. So let's go to the Caleston Rift. I think we're good with fuel still. Yeah. But do I need to go to that star system? Let's make sure before we spend some fuel. Yes. That may or may not be a problem, because that's quite far away.
Fuel at 1/2 capacity.
But I think we should be fine, if kind of at the edge of fine. Agnin. A hothouse planet, Agnin's scorching clouds of methane and sulfur dioxide give the planet a pale green color in visible light. The sulfur dioxide from volcanic activity rains down as sulfuric acid in the atmosphere. But this is boiled away before the liquid ever reaches the surface. Agnin's harsh environment has prevented exploration by anything except probes. Small radius, close to the star. Very hot, low gravity. So, somewhat similar to Venus. And there's another planet very close by. Shasu. Shasu is a dwarf planet that is believed to have been ejected from Agnin during a giant impact with another planet-sized body. At the time, Agnin had a magma ocean covering much of its surface, and the liquid rocks sprayed into space, where it coalesced and cooled over millions of years. The theory is that during this cooling, Shasu first orbited Agnin, but was eventually pulled from that orbit by the gravity wells of other planets, primarily Dranon. Today, Shasu is a relatively temperate, with light hydrogen-helium atmosphere, attracting spacers who use its atmosphere to refuel. Its crust composition is similar to Agnan, evident in its high sulfur content. Yeah, that's referencing the currently popular theory of how Earth's moon formed. Get something impacted, a lot of matter ejected, have that coalesce into a moon, and you have yourself a moon. Alright, 1.4, so it's surprisingly more far away than it looks like compared to Agnan. And small radius. Okay temperature too, but low atmosphere. Dranen, a sizable hydrogen-nitrogen gas giant just on the far side of its pale yellow star's frost line. Dranen is known for its spectacular storms. At least 3 persistent observable spots, actually cyclonic and anticyclonic storms, have lasted for over 544 years, significantly longer than Jupiter's Great Red Spot. The largest of these spots, the Ishna, has consistently held a diameter over 3 times that of Earth. Dranen has 44 moons. 2 of them are of special interest to the Citadel Committee on Habitable Worlds. The first, Arvuna, is a life-bearing world that has already been colonized. The second, Alaya, is slowly being terraformed into an ammonia-based world for Volus populations. Interesting. Quite far away, large radius, short day length though. But it doesn't say how many people live on the already colonized world. Just to make sure, since apparently it is still possible that there is something in the asteroid belts. Go through that. And nothing here. Alformus. A hydrogen-helium gas giant, Alformus has its helium-3 refueling stations destroyed in an attack by Grow Zero, an anti-population terrorist group that wanted no more immigration to Arvuna. A consortium of Arvuna-based corporations are currently rebuilding the stations. Okay, that's extreme. Alliance Advisory. Alformus is not considered vital to the stability of the Aysur system. Civilians working on the Helium-3 platforms should not expect Alliance military intervention in case of kidnapping or other violence. Far away, large radius, makes sense. But Alliance is sort of involved then, so this is a human colony on Dranen. Sure. A remote rock planet capped in ice, Sure has been exploited by Arvunan corporations for its minerals. Home to gold veins, which are used in spaceship shielding, as well as jewelry, and cobalt deposits, used in high-tensile alloys, Sure shows no signs of being exhausted anytime soon. A light gravity helps keep the planetary exportation process cheap. So it's literally a gold mine. Far away, small radius, trace atmosphere, very cold, low gravity. Kind of low. A ghost planet, woohoo! And the last one is... huh? Oh, it's here. Tamgauta. The outermost planet of the Aysur system, Tamgauta is remote and largely unexplored. Its carbon dioxide atmosphere has long since frozen into fields of dry ice. Still, the system is colonized, so it's surprising that this has not been explored more. Very cold. Low gravity, small. And that's all for this star system. Let's go to Solveig. Well, what do we have here? A moon. Let's not look at that yet. Thruvaldi. The hydrogen-helium gas giant Thruvaldi's refueling stations provide helium-3 for commercial spacecraft visiting the system. It has 9 known moons and many smaller bodies in its rings. Travel advisory. Recent attacks by pirates have targeted Thruvaldi's refueling stations. Authorities list the perpetrators as at large. Travel is not recommended. Alright. So, pirates. So, what do we have here? Surtur. Surtur is a small but dense desert planet close to its parent star. All but traces of its nitrogen-carbon monoxide atmosphere have burned away, leaving it cooler than similar planets in other systems. Robo-mining has proved lucrative, as it has developed significant deposits of beryllium and palladium. Well, palladium is something we can get. Beryllium is something we could get in the first game. Small, close to the star. Trace atmosphere, quite warm. And a bit lower gravity.
Anomaly detected.
Sinmara. Surtur's moon Sinmara has been used for many generations to monitor its parent star Solveig. It has no atmosphere to interfere with solar observational equipment, which is critical at this juncture. The star recently showed signs of erupting prematurely into a red giant. In preparation for the day when the critical warning goes out, the extranet channel from Sinmara's research station is given top priority throughout the convoys in the system. The chances of such a signal being received over the sun's magnetic interference at that time is low, but relegating it to a lower channel proved politically untenable. Colony founded 2044 CE. Population 135. Largest habitat Trundholm.
Magnetic shielding failure detected. Catastrophic solar radiation exposure probable. Magnetic shielding failure detected. Catastrophic solar radiation exposure probable. Magnetic shielding failure.
Scans have found something.
Planetary scans indicated that the Sinmara's colony is vulnerable to its sun's hazardous solar flares. Malfunction detected in colony's magnetic shield. Shield must be reactivated to avoid exposing colony to an unstable solar activity and potential annihilation. Interesting. I don't really recall doing this one, but maybe it's just been a while. Also, this seems to relate to that dark energy plot, where it seems that stars are becoming supernovas earlier than they are supposed to. So let's see if we can find out more about that. Activate magnetic shield. Activate the magnetic shield protecting the research station from the unstable sun. Where is it? N7 Endangered Research Station. The research station of Sinmara is endangered by deadly radiation from the unstable local sun. Reactivating the station's magnetic shield would give the station a much better chance to survive. Well, we did not get to choose our squad members. So in fact, this probably means that there's not going to be any fighting. It's interesting to see that there are other research stations here that seemingly are floating? Or is it embedded there and then it's built up like this? Either way, this part is way out from the center. That it seems that it is actually floating. Quite a few platforms like that. And I think we are... Oh, not what I want to press. I think we are on one of those as well, so this is the part that is further out like this. And that's the main part. This... Maybe it does reach this planet's surface. Agile crates. Explosive crates. And a broken generator. 1000 palladium. This kind of reminds me of one map in Unreal Tournament 2004. We'll get to that eventually. Station Central Control Terminal bypass. Yeah, we have to do that in order to proceed further. And I think we cannot fail this, because otherwise we would not be able to do anything. So, low pressure. Still, it's not very complicated. Alright, we can proceed. So we have a cooling unit, we have a shield generator, and we have a control switch, and we have shield control. Well, we need to activate the shield generator, but it's inoperable. Have a control switch that seems to change where things are connected. And this opens up the panel. Shield control. So if we do it like this, this panel opens. Can we activate it? Warning, generator overheating. Okay, so it throttles it down. So we need to activate the cooling unit, but let's look at the shield control first. Shield cannot be activated because the generator is offline. Right, so that generator probably is inoperable. Can we activate the cooling unit? Seemingly so. And still the generator is offline. So let's activate the shield generator. Alright. And back to the shield control. This is probably all that we need. Making sure that's not missing any resources around here. No, though this would have been an interesting place to place them. Bypass. Also require bypass, so low pressure here as well. Sweet hexagon shield. Restored magnetic shield, keeping Sinmara colonies safe from catastrophic solar activity. Credit reward transferred from Sinmara colonists. Okay. All those 160 of them. Experience gained 156. And earned 7,500 credits. 2,000 palladium. That's it. So maybe I did finish this before, but I just didn't remember that because it's not very exciting and really quite easy. So it's one of the options that I had for the 0% run. To try and do this to get that done sooner. And next we have Talava. Itarus. A large rock planet orbiting an F-class star, Itarus is pummeled by radiation, heavy gravity, and tectonic activity. Its crust is mostly silicates and of little value. Travel is not advised. Yeah, large rock. Very hot. And high gravity too. Cautious. Home to the spectacular Infinity Caldera, Cautious is a young planet with extreme tectonic and volcanic activity. With 9 supervolcanoes that can throw out at least 1,000 cubic kilometers of dense rock equivalents each, Cautious activity has put its atmosphere in a state of shroud. It will likely suffer from global dimming for at least the next 10 years. Though much of the surface is no more dangerous than many other inner ring planets, this extreme tectonic activity has given Cautious a bad reputation and discouraged all resource exploitation. Yeah, supervolcanoes kind of not great to be around. Mitrum. A small hot rock with few resources, Mitrum is used by the Turian armed forces for its maximum security prison and interrogation centers. The temperatures are high enough to prevent any escape without an environmental suit, but low enough that construction of additional buildings will not be hindered. Over 500,000 prisoners are detained on Mitrum, only a handful of which have ever managed even a temporary escape. A small supply economy and prefab habitats support the prison staff, who usually work only for 2-year tours of duty before they are rotated out to less stressful positions. So, kind of like the prison that we've been to for Jack, except this one is actually by Turians and not by a private company that includes a lot of Turians. And it has trace atmosphere though. High temperatures, as mentioned, small radius, far away, low gravity.
Anomaly detected.
Titus. A desert of whitish potassium salts and reddish iron oxides, Titus is far enough away from its parent star to have a tolerable surface temperature. Though it has only a trace atmosphere of carbon dioxide and oxygen, it is still hospitable enough for criminals in the Terminus Systems to use it as a staging base. Turian patrols sometimes fly through the area, looking to preempt jailbreak attempts on Mitrum's prisons. Travel advisory. Unregistered starships have been spotted in the vicinity of Titus. Civilian travel is not recommended. Temperature is quite tolerable. Actually, it's rather cold. Trace atmosphere. Yeah, still not terribly hospitable indeed. But there's an anomaly. Let's see what that is.
Repeat, there's a piece of crap mech on this planet
found something.
Anomaly detected. Surface scans detect one Weimar heavy mech signature matching an unknown, possibly pirate, registration. Mech appears to be disabled, but broadcasting a looping message. Message does not appear to be a distress signal. Resource scans indicate large quantities of mineral resources available, but obscured behind walls of dense stone. Well, this one is interesting. Investigate mech signal. Investigate the mech broadcasting a signal on planet Titus. Let's do that. This is another one of those excavate resources. One of those missions that assignments rather, that I considered to do at the 0% run, because it's not much of a mission actually. For this one, I'm going to take, obviously, Legion, but also let's take Morden. Neural Shock, that's interesting to level up. And that's fine.
I'm detecting a large supply of resources buried deep within the canyon walls. Heavy explosives will be required to excavate them.
So, there's a Weimar mech. That usually is a bad sign. But that's only usually. In this case, it's actually quite fine. Because this mech is disabled, for one. And there are structures here. It's possible to go up here, but there doesn't seem to be a reason to. Well, let's read the datapad and see what's up with this. I paid Harrod good money for this useless heap of signal error. Detected serious caches of resources here on this planet, but memory leak detected. Alright, I said, sure, the thing leaks fuel like a Volus after a mug of Wrinkle, but I could deal with that. So I took off and laid out a trail of power cells leading from where I unloaded the mech to bad package, please restart, so I could at least get the thing moving. And now, illegal fall detected. I won't even move. Damn that swindling Elcor. So, Harrod. Yeah, Harrod's Emporium on Omega. It deals in salvage, and I guess this is salvage, and it doesn't work. What if we try to activate it? Piece of signal error. Restore memory. Let's see if we can do something about this. Welp, it moved a bit, but that's all the power that it had for the time being. We check our journal. Malfunctioning heavy mech has been left on the planet's surface, its owner having left to complain to the store where he got the mech. The mech has detected a large cache of resources in the canyon, but it needs some work before it can reach and excavate the resources. Feed fuel pods to the mech so it can find and excavate the resources inside the canyon walls. And we do have power cells. Can't really take a good look at how they look like, but okay. Power cells. Insert power cell. That's not how explosions work. This also reminds me of Unreal a bit. Maybe Unreal Tournament 2004 as well, with the canyons. And if we don't have a cell, power cell required. So we need to find one, and it's right here. Still can't take a good look at it. But let's see what else is out here. Mining equipment, I guess? Well, let's get the mech moving. It's moving quite slowly. Certainly needs a lot of power just to keep moving. Okay, now this seems to be a bit more complicated.
Contact forward.
And there's Varen, who don't seem to see us right now. So let's do heavy incinerate. Nice.
Rerouting power to shields.
No need. Okay, we got those two Varen down. And those, I think, were the only enemies in here. Guarding a power cell. Indeed. Yeah, that's more mining equipment, seemingly. Looks a bit like a barrel. Power cells. Let's get back up. Get the mech moving again. It's nice to have Weimar mechs at some point on our side. That was an interesting interaction. I'm guessing it's going this way. Oh yeah, there are more power cells out here too. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's not how explosions work either. And there goes our mech. But we got to these resources, which look exactly how they did in the first game. Let's examine and see what we can find. Mission complete. Recovered buried cache of resources. Weimer mech unsalvageable. 156 experience, useless. 7,500 credits, 5,000 platinum. Yeah, not much out of this, but also not much effort to finish it. More comedic relief than anything. But that will be all for now, and next time we will continue exploring the galaxy. See you all then. Later.